Hello, everyone. I really don't know how to begin this, so I think I'm just gonna jump right in. Kale and Caulifla, or Caulifla? I'm gonna call her Caulifla from this point forward. Um, these two, first off, I know I am very, very late to the party, but I wanted to give my 2 cents on these two characters for a moment. And I wanted to explain my opinions, and this is not going to go super in-depth, but it's going to be enough so hopefully I'll get my point across. And don't think I'm going, like, all high and mighty, down and dirty into the details of the script and the reason why they exist and whatnot. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to give a general understanding as to what I think of these two. And if I get distracted, I'm sorry. Anyway, Caulifla and Kale. First off, female Saiyans. How long has it been? Like, we haven't seen a full-blooded female Saiyan since Gain or Jean, Goku's mother. We haven't seen one since then, so the fact that we got two was pretty cool. And when it comes to their characters, well, they're pretty simple when you actually break it down. Like, Caulifla is kind of a tomboy. She like gets down and dirty into fights. She's basically almost like a female version of Goku, but with a bit more rudeness to her than Goku, because Goku, he's arrogant and the like, but he's, well, not really rude, he's just kind of idiotic. While Kale, on the other hand, who is Caulifla's sister and best friend in all of creation, she is just a shy and timid sister to her, and while I find their on-screen character moments to be kind of delightful, I'm not gonna lie, I find the sister dynamic to be pretty, okay, I don't want to say cute when it comes to Dragonball anything, but that's really the only word you can use to describe it, just cute. Now, when they were introduced, Kappa was trying to get some warriors together for the Universal Tournament. Or the Tournament of Power. Yeah, the Tournament of Power. I'm sorry. You can tell lack of script or something. And Kappa really needed to get them to Super Saiyan so that they can be even slightly qualified to be pitted up against the likes of Goku and Vegeta. But the one thing that pissed off a lot of fans, and me included, was how Kappa described the Super Saiyan form to them. He decided to teach Caulifla and he decided to teach Caulifla and Kale the Super Saiyan form by describing it as, and I am quoting, a tickling sensation in your back. And they try to replicate that, and what do you know, it works! Yeah, plenty of fans, including myself, found this pretty infuriating because of one simple reason. Back in Dragon Ball Z, and hell, even GT, and hell, sometimes in Super, the Super Saiyan form was treated as like this monumental occasion. Like, every single time a new character got a new transformation, it was treated like this big deal. Not to mention what they had to go through to reach these forms. Like, Goku, when he achieved Super Saiyan 1 for the first time, he had to see the prince of his people die right before him. Then he got into a mad fight with a mad tyrant, who then survived his spirit bomb, one-shot Piccolo, and then blew Krillin up to pieces, and then threatened to kill Gohan as well, causing Goku to get angry enough to turn Super Saiyan. Trunks, future Trunks anyway, forget about Kid Trunks, he sucks. Future Trunks, he had to lose all of his friends and family before he was even old enough to speak, and then his best friend in the whole world, Gohan, who was almost like a father figure to him, he got killed, and so with all those dead people in his life, he got enraged enough to turn Super Saiyan. Vegeta, he turned Super Saiyan because he was just so frustrated that no matter what he did, to the point of pushing his body to its absolute limits, he still couldn't keep up with Goku, and so he just got so infuriated that he turned Super Saiyan. And Gohan turned Super Saiyan because, well, due to intense training in the hyperbolic time chamber, Gohan basically told Goku to put him into a life or death situation, which was firing a giant Kamehameha at him, which was enough to transform Gohan. You get where I'm going with this, right? Just, it took a lot of loss and pain in order to gain the Super Saiyan form. At least Super Saiyan 1. That Super Saiyan 2, 3, 4, God Blue, God Rose, God Rage, pretty much those you can achieve based on rage boosts and just intense training, and in the God transformations, specific training. But the initial Super Saiyan 1 transformation, that acquired a great loss. And also Kaba, while not featuring a great loss, he also featured intense emotional rage because Vegeta threatened to destroy his entire planet. But of course, that was just lies that Vegeta was saying just to get Kaba angry enough. And it worked. So, with that said, to hear Kaba describe the Super Saiyan transformation as a tickling sensation in your back, and then it works, is just kinda, well, pissing on the Dragon Ball franchise, isn't it? But, whatever. And also, Kale. I don't know if this is a cliche. I'm sure some people will say, yes, it totally is a cliche, but pretty much, she like has dual personality when it comes to her transformation, because instead of Super Saiyan like Caulifla got, she got Legendary Super Saiyan. You Dragon Ball aficionados can try and retcon it and call it Berserk Super Saiyan all you want, but no, it just look at the picture in the bottom middle of the frame. Then that is Broly's transformation. That is Legendary Super Saiyan. In which, basically, if Rage is what it took to get regular Super Saiyan, then Legendary Super Saiyan basically involves, like, intense, like, rage upon rage mode. Like the most infuriating, most pissed offness that you can possibly get. So, kind of like what Dragon Ball fans got when Kaba described the Super Saiyan transformation. So yeah, Kale, what I was saying about cliches, is she's the kind and shy, timid, just fearful, curl up in a ball in a corner character, but when her sister's in trouble, she gets so enraged that she becomes a beast. Not sure if that's a cliche, but I'm gonna call it a cliche. So, pretty much the flaws with those two really only is the whole describing the Super Saiyan form as a tickling sensation in your back. But then again, that's not entirely their fault, it's Kaba's, because, well, he described it that way. But when it comes to the rest of them, like, I'm gonna be honest, and I might get some flack, but I actually enjoyed their character moments and screen time, especially when they share screen time with Goku, because well, even though it was kind of face-palmy seeing Goku question a girl's Saiyan, let alone two of them, it was kind of face-palmy because he has a granddaughter, Pan, and also he does realize that his mother had to be a Saiyan in order for him to be a Saiyan. Like, just, really, Goku? It's that surprising? But anyway, when they're actually in the Tournament of Power, I thought it was actually legitimately fascinating seeing Goku's relationship with Caulifla, at least, because Kale, like I said, she was shy and timid and standing in the corner. But when Goku fought Caulifla by herself, it was legitimately fascinating because she achieved Super Saiyan 2. Either she achieved the form once and then couldn't get back to it, or she just caught a glimpse of what Super Saiyan 2 could be like. When she saw Goku transform into it, of course after she got owned, when she saw Goku transform to Super Saiyan 2, she asked him how to do it, and Goku pretty much just helped her out, and I thought that was I just kind of like thought, whoa, Goku's actually teaching this girl how to become a Super Saiyan 2, even though they're in the middle of a battle? Like, it may just be me, but I think that shows, like, how Vegeta just suddenly, all of a sudden, dropped everything to be Kaba's master in the Universe 7, Universe 6 tournament. I think Goku's doing the same thing with Caulifla, even if just for a brief moment, and then Goku mentions Super Saiyan 3, and she gets intrigued. I thought this would eventually lead to like, eventually Goku teaching both her and Kale how to master the Super Saiyan forms. And the only reason why they're fighting each other at all, and fighting so competitively, is just because, well, it's the Universe Survival Tournament of Power. The universe that loses gets erased. So that's the only reason why they were being so competitive. Not to mention, like I said, both Caulifla and Goku are kind of the same character in a sense that they don't really like to lose, and they're, well, just, they like the thrill of the fight. But then later, Kale turns legendary Super Saiyan and basically reenacts a ton of Broly moments. But then Jiren stops in and just owns her, like, instantly. Bam! And then she came back and is the form that you see on the bottom left corner of the frame. And like I said, Dragon Ball aficionados can try and argue with me all they want, but here's my names. And here's my descriptions. The form you see compared to Broly is the legendary Super Saiyan. The form you see in the bottom left corner, that is restricted legendary Super Saiyan, where basically she took all the strength of legendary Super Saiyan and just, like, squashed it down so that she has more attention span, more control over herself. And then the form immediately next to that, the one sandwiched in between those two pictures, that would be restricted legendary Super Saiyan 2. Like, essentially, you know how in Raging Blast and Raging Blast 2, Broly has a legendary Super Saiyan 3, but you never see legendary Super Saiyan 2? Well, imagine, if you will, Kale turned legendary Super Saiyan 2, and then did the same squashing it, compressing it down that she did for her first form. That's basically what you have here. So we have Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla and restricted legendary Super Saiyan 2 Kale, and they fought Goku and were surprisingly evenly matched. And then, of course, they got Patara earrings and became Kefla. But here's the part where I get lost a little bit. Well, I don't know if lost is the right term, but just mind blown. Because Kefla, I don't think she's a Super Saiyan 1, 2, or a legendary Super Saiyan 1, 2, or even a restricted legendary Super Saiyan 1, 2. It's like Jesus. She's like a weird hodgepodge. It's like Kefla's Super Saiyan 1, in quotations, is essentially Caulifla's Super Saiyan 1 and Kale's restricted Super Saiyan 1 fused together. So it's like, what do we call it? A restricted legendary Super Saiyan 1? And then for that matter, she goes into a Super Saiyan 2 of that. So I guess restricted legendary Super Saiyan 2. Just, I can feel myself going cross-eyed saying that, because that's a mouthful. And let me just say, her fight against Goku, Kefla's fight against Goku, was, well, legendary, pardon the pun. Because, I mean, and I'm sure a lot of people were probably disappointed that neither Vegito or Gogeta made an appearance, because they figured, hey, if Kefla could become a fusion, why not Gogeta or Vegito? But in a way, it's kind of neat to see that Goku at Ultra Instinct could not only be of a match for Kefla at Legendary Super Saiyan 2 Restricted, but also just own her. And during their fight, Restricted Legendary Super Saiyan 2 Kefla, she mentions that, oh, you turned Super Saiyan God Blue? Maybe we can do that too. So it's like, I guess they're fast learners, and I'm sure plenty of Dragon Ball fans will call bullshit on that, because she can just turn into these forms just by looking at them. Well, it's not that far-fetched, because, I mean, Majin Buu, if you remember, he could fully use Goku's Kamehameha just by watching him do it one single time. Where Master Roshi had to train Goku to perform the Kamehameha until Goku was, well, better at it than Roshi, Majin Buu was able to do it pretty much instantly. Just watch him once and then BAM! So I guess characters being able to do certain abilities from other characters just by watching them do it, it's not that far-fetched. But, unfortunately, Caulifla and Kale, despite the fact that I like their characters, despite everything I mentioned, and besides, the only negative thing I have to say, like I said before, is just the whole tickle in your back thing. If they cut that out and left everything else the same, I wouldn't have a problem with that. I mean, true, when I first saw Legendary Super Saiyan Kale for the first time, I kind of laughed because I thought, are you serious? But after that, I got over it, and I just went with the flow, and you know what? It was very entertaining, and like I said, just Caulifla and Kale's interaction with each other, and their interactions with Goku were just really nice to look at, in my opinion. And it was very sad for me, and I admit it, I was very upset when Universe 6 just got erased from existence. I mean, sure, part of that is because Kaba and Hit got erased. But I'll admit, I was upset about Caulifla and Kale disappearing too. I was told Vados is not erased, she's still around, and that's good because I like Vados, but Champa, Botamo, and Magetta, and those two Namekians, I really couldn't give a shit. They can go away, and I wouldn't even care. Especially Champa. Champa's an asshole. I hate him. Japanese dub, English dub, it doesn't matter. Champa annoys me, and I just want to see him crash, burn, and die. But seeing Hit, Kaba, Caulifla, and Kale disappear was just saddening. And that's why I was really hoping Vegeta would win, because Vegeta made a promise to Kaba that after the tournament was over, he would bring the entirety of Universe 6 back with the Super Dragon Balls so that he can go visit Kaba's planet. And to that I say, okay, I know somebody will scream, "Dude, spoilers!" for an episode that's been out for a couple weeks now. But, yeah, Vegeta lost, but I'm really hoping that when Universe 7 wins, because let's be honest, they're going to. You know it. You smell it from a mile away because it's a shonen anime. I really hope that Goku uses his wish to bring all of Universe 6 back, because I want to see Vegeta visit Kaba's planet, and I want to see Goku actually teach a class. I want to see him teach Caulifla, Kale, and even his current granddaughter Pan. I want to see him teach them the ways of being a Saiyan, and hopefully one day he might teach them how to become at least Super Saiyan God. I mean, God Blue, Ultra Instinct, Mastered Ultra Instinct, that's like miles down the road if we're thinking about it, but I at least want to see him teach these two. I want to see Caulifla and Kale come back so that Goku can teach them the ways of being a Saiyan, because I liked their on-screen chemistry, and I wanted to see that continue. Now, Dragon Ball Super is unfortunately ending soon, so unfortunately I don't think we'll be able to see. If it happens at all, I don't think we're going to see it in Super, but the upcoming movie, I really hope that in the upcoming movie, we see Vegeta go to Kaba's planet, and if we're not going to see Goku teach these two, I want them to at least make an appearance, at least once. Even if it's just a brief cameo, I want to see and make sure that they're okay, that they're alive. So, yeah, that's basically my 2 cents on these two characters. I hate the whole tickle in your back thing, but their on-screen chemistry with each other, their on-screen chemistry with Goku, and their transformations really makes me want them to come back. So, Toei Animation, if you're watching this video, first off, do not flag it down. Do not flag it down. Support the official release, all that stuff. But Toei Animation, if you're watching this video, please bring these two back. And bring Hit and Kaba back too, of course, but bring these two back still. Bring back them and Hit and Kaba. All those other Universe 6 members, like I said, I really don't give a shit about, so bring Caulifla, Kale, Kaba, and Hit back, and make them appear in the movie. Now, for the rest of you, tell me in the comments below what you thought of these characters, whether you agree with anything I said, whether or not you thought their on-screen appearances were entertaining. Just let me know in the comments below. So anyway, thank you for watching if you stuck around this long, because I've been talking for over 25 minutes now, and even rambling and stuttering. That's a lack of script. But, yeah, just let me know what you think, and till next time, peace out.